expand for sure. Our More Dreams brand is slowly taking off. It's a very, very solid situation because it's all about, it encapsulates the full totality of the Moorish history. And if anyone's familiar with the history, the Moors were descendants of the Anunnaki gods, and they were a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. They made sure the people that were on Earth, the ones that came to Earth through these portals, they received them, they accepted them, and they taught them the lay of the land. They taught them how to take care of their cells. They taught them how to take care of a space. They taught them community, because the Moors were the first to establish community, the first to really get into the civilization. So when you look back into ancient Kemet and all these different things, you see the Moorish dynasty and all these different Moorish legions, these different legions that have taught and built upon social standards. They built on, government. They built on social science. All the science that you see and hear about right now, majority of it comes directly from discovery of the Moorish community and the Moorish dynasties. So we take that aspect and we want to remix it. We want to refund this situation. We want to make it ours. So we're bringing back the tribe style living. And the tribe style living is all about bringing your communities back into, let me turn that music down because I can't even focus. But bringing your communities back into small circles. And you have small circles now because of COVID, but really, really bring a whole village, bring a whole community together and allow them to be self-sufficient based on each other. Everyone in each part of the circle, each corner of that community will be able to add on. They will be able to put together. They will be able to efficiently and effectively make trade decisions based on the service and the product, not based on money. So the services and the products that end up coming together are very important when you have a foundation of village, because everybody only produces things that are important to the community. The community has to strive and has to live. So you wouldn't come out there with fake eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't come out there with just useless things that don't hold a major purpose. So we want to bring back that energy to where everyone helps everyone. And your services can directly affect my life standard and directly aid the ability, of my future. So that's More Dreams in a nutshell. We dream more. It's a play on words because all you do is dream, and when you go to your dream world, it's another plane, it's another dimension, and you begin to understand and learn, the lay of the land. Not just the physical, you learn the spiritual and the soul has a different experience when you dream. Sometimes you bring back things that are profound and they need to be expounded or made physical. So the dreams are important. Never stop dreaming, because those are your visualizations. And you can even daydream and you can visualize things. And that's a very, very good time right now to talk about the new moon. Today is the new moon. The new moon is in Gemini for my sidereal gang. A lot of the Western astrologers say it's in Cancer. But overall, this is a very personal, very, very personal moon, because it's a new cycle in Gemini. And Gemini is the first side of the trio of the wheel: Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. So Gemini is the third personal placement. So it's very important that you access this Gemini new moon so that you can restart your goals. You can get back into yourself. You can ground yourself somewhere and be stable so that you can make a new move into this new cycle, because the new moons, they bring you new opportunity. They bring you a reset. They bring you a restart. You can start with this new moon. You're going to go all the way to the full moon, and as things culminate and as things manifest, you'll see the things come together as the full moon comes. Maybe it's not the next full moon. It could be full moons down the line. But if you stay on this new moon cycle, this train, Hood Mystic likes to put it, you stay on this train, you will be able to correlate direction. And you want to have a very clear intent when you get into these new moons, because otherwise there'll be an intent unconsciously set by you or by someone else or by the TV or by the music or by anything that's around you. So you want to be very, very aware and mindful of the intentions that you settle on. I wanted to make sure I put down some intentions today for the new moon. I want to meditate on them, sit on them, think on them. I want those things to resonate, and I want those things to begin to manifest in my life. And I want to begin to understand the new or a new way to get to my goal every day or every opportunity that I'm thinking about it. So these are the new moon rituals that you want to involve yourself in, and you want to make sure that you are intending on doing something, because this life is here for you, and this life is enjoyable to whatever degree that you will make it. You know what I'm saying? You got new moon. You got Saturday. Today is Saturday, so it's a Saturn day. It's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is the grounded elder that knows well and always knows the right aspect to present. They have the fatheristic quality. So today is the fatheristic energy. Make sure that you are able to preface this Saturday energy. You want to preface this Saturday energy as grounding. I'm outside right now. I'm barefoot, I'm just chilling, doing, me. But I'm soaking up the energy that comes through the earth, because the earth and this realm, the nature is breathing, it's living, it's lively. It has messages to present to you. It has the ability to give. It has the ability to give you insight on, exactly what you may be looking for in your future. So tap in. Make sure you tap in. It's Saturday. It's a new moon. You know what I'm saying? So let's make sure we talk about 33rd universe. We got 33rd universe. We're in the building. 33rd universe is all about doing what you love. It's simply about doing what you love. The I guess the undertone and the hidden meanings and all that stuff is that the 33 is the representation of the train that the chakra body is set up on. The chakra body is your your spinal cord from the bottom all the way up to the roof that reaches your pineal gland. So there's 33 levels, 33 vertebrae that connect this spinal cord, and it makes it a completion until when it gets to the top at the pineal. So when you channel your energy correctly, you have the ability to crown that energy, and you're going to use this simple equation: Venus plus Mars equals abundance. And it sounds simple, but it's very, very dynamic, because the Venus essence wants to do what it loves. It wants to be in love with doing things that it's involved in. And then the Mars is all about getting the job done. Mars is about the determination. Mars is about the skill to actually get things, cracking. So you're looking at Mars and Venus, they tag team together. And when they come together, doing what you love begins to overpour an abundance from the spirit of the soul. The soul tapped into the earth speaks to its essence, and it's doing what its love is joyous in the core. So you really want to find out how to do the things that you love. You don't want to make no excuses for those. You don't want your family to be in the way of that. You don't want your parents to be in the way of that. You don't want your spouse, your kids. You really need to do what you love here on this earth to excel and ascend those 33 vertebrae so that chakra system can explode with auric energy from the base to the roof, and that auric energy can present your superpowers. It can give you your glow. It can give you your protection of auric field that can make you, in so many words, in so many ways, immortal. Because this body is just physical, but if you can master the physical and your spirit can rise, you're able to acknowledge that there's something further than just physical living. Putting these clothes on, all this shit, that stuff that's not key. That stuff is not key. It's not the things that you need. You need prosperity, and doing the things that you love usually involves servicing someone else with, whatever it may be. Some entertainment, a helping hand, some healing, someone to listen to, someone to build them something, someone to take them somewhere, someone to give them something. There's so many different ways to service somebody, and you have to, on this world, find a way to do that and love doing it. So there's always space for service, and a lot of times we think about going to the homeless shelter and helping somebody, but it's not always about just the homeless shelter and helping somebody. It's about helping the people that's in your circles, the people that you deal with, the people on social media that you really rock with. A lot of people trying to start businesses, a lot of people trying to do things. Help them, show them love. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta always pour into them. You can just share the word. Sharing the word is love. You know what I'm saying? All these different things can be service to another. However it comes, whatever may come, you want to service others in conjunction with doing what you love. So abundance is here for everyone. The abundance of wealth, the abundance of the place to live, of things to eat, of opportunities to create. The abundance shows up. The abundance is available when you're able to really get into, the essence of doing what you love. So tap into doing what you love. 33rd universe. That's definitely how it goes. Y'all definitely check out our website at moredreams.com. My wife, Lo Solo, Lauren Solomon, aka, she has a beautiful gallery of art on the website moredreams.com. She has some cool commission projects that she's offering. She's going to begin, putting up a lot more pour and a lot more resin paintings so that people can enjoy them. Geodes inside of the paintings. We're going to do some digital art. So y'all be on the lookout at Lo Solo Art. That's at Instagram. Check her out. Show us some love. We got More Dreams. We got me, 33rd Eye. I'm going to be giving out readings. I'm going to begin to start using my gifts and my insight to help others. I really want to tap into this, and I want to start to help others to understand their energy. Understanding your energy is key. You got to understand what your body, what your self is made of. You have so many different things that involve yourself, and you have to understand what is inside of this energetic system and field. Once you tap into that, you're able to recognize those that can help you, those that cannot help you. majority of the time we can tap in and we can feel our way through things and understand that it's all good. But in essence, you can really, really learn a lot about people when you look into their astrology. Their astrology is major. Your astrology is major. Both of y'all's astrology is major when you combining it, and you really need to understand how they're going to correlate. Are they going to be compatible, or are they going to fight? Are they going to be helpful, or are they going to be competitive? Are they going to be able to aid that other person with service and assistance with their dreams? You know what I'm saying? So these things are very, very key. So first thing we'll do is get into the elements. I want everybody to understand the elements, and the elements are important because these are the four corners of the earth. These are the four corners of the physical realm. This is the makeup of this physical matrix that we live in. You have air, fire, water, and earth. These four elements, they run the physical plane. So why do I keep saying that? Because this is important to master these four elements, to learn these four elements, to figure these four elements out, and to see how they correlate with inside of you, because we're made up of these elements. We have plenty of water in our body, I think 70-80%, but you really want to key in on these elements. You want to discover how these elements work. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you're not putting water on fire. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do that. You don't want to put air on water. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put fire on earth. There's so many different no-nos to energy. You have to really, really key in to understand how those things work. So if you see on the screen, I got a small little basic breakdown. Air and fire, they go together. Air and fire are opposites as far as this astrology goes. But air and fire, when opposites are attracting, they help each other. You know how a battery works? You have a negative and a positive. You get power to run some type of device. So when you have opposites, always think opposites are the same, but just on different sides of the spectrum. So real quick, you got air and fire. Air and fire are very cool signs, or cool elements. But the air is all about the intellectual property, the thinker, the element or the person or the energy that thinks through the situations. Whether it's a challenge, whether it's enjoyment, whether it's a fight, that energy wants to think through it. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very, very intellectual, very smart. Air is very smart because that's what they naturally materialize. Their energy naturally materializes an air quality to their energetic signature. So on the opposite, you have the fire, and they're the creator. They get it cracking for real. They create things. They make things. So how does air and fire work together? You know what I'm saying? Air, when you blow air on fire, it kind of expands. It feeds oxygen to the fire so that it can grow. Now, granted, and all things in mind, the amount of air is important, because if you put too much air, it's going to blow it out. But just the right enough air is going to keep it sizzling. So these two energies need each other. So that thinker needs somebody to create what they're thinking. That creator needs somebody to think of what they want to create. So those are very, very important to keep in mind when you're looking at these things, you have air signs, you have fire signs, and typically these are compatibilities. They have the ability to aid and assist each other with their dreams. So the air sign is the thinker. They're gonna come up with the master plan. They're gonna lay all corners down. They're gonna figure it out. They're not gonna have no problems. It's not gonna be no problems. They definitely know what to do, or they know how to do it, or they know what they want to do. Like that, they know what they want to do. The fire sign knows how to make it happen. The fire sign knows how to get it going. The fire sign knows how to really, really key in and make sure that the idea that their master plan, make sure that master plan comes together. They have the ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard for it's not hard for a fire sign to really just create some stuff, because that's their signature. They know what to do. So you got water and earth. Water and earth. Two more energies, elements of energy in this matrix. So you got water, you got earth, you got water. Water is the intuition. Water is like the emotional lake, the emotional boat. The emotional boat is able to really keep up with their in internal self. They're able to really dig deep and really, figure things out on an emotional standpoint, on a feeling standpoint, and an empathic standpoint, on a emotional boat. Yeah, they have an emotional ability and they key in on it. I have a lot of understanding on how water works, but I'm a fire sign, so I don't always care, and that sounds bad, but my creative spirit doesn't always care about the feelings. So the fire, put too much fire on water, is going to burn the water out of there. And then on the opposite level, you put water on a lot of water on some fire, it's going to sizzle it out. So you don't want to play around with the water aspect when you're sending it, to flourish. When you're sending that emotional stance, that intuitional, I don't think that's a word, that intuition, empathic stance, you need something grounded to receive it. Something grounded that can receive it. So, if a fire sign uses his grounded energies, everybody has all four of these energies. So tap into your grounded energy and leave your fire alone. They can receive the emotional standpoint that the water energy wants to inflict, or how do you say it? Dang, I can't find a word. It wants to put his opinion on. Whatever. The water feeds the earth. The grounded earth grows. So the earth is the grounded quality, the stability of the signs. The earth is the quality that really, really anchors in and makes the solid, make something physical out of whatever was going on, and that physical is sturdy, long lasting, and able to be anchored in. So that earth grounded quality needs water and emotional intuition, because the intuition comes from being tapped into Mother Nature, and Mother Earth grows itself off of that intuition. So when it feeds the water to itself, it grows. And as it grows antennas on the trees. The trees get understanding because they receive that. They send all that understanding down to the roots, and the roots continue to flourish and get deeper and deeper down into that. into that space, grounds and roots that tree ain't never going nowhere. So you have to really key in on these abilities. That water and that earth, they go together. They're real good at being, partners. They do their thing. They do their thing. So make sure you use these elements to vibrate at a higher understanding and match yourself with energies that complement you. Get you some air if you fire. Let a thinker talk to you. A thinker keep talking to you, a creator, and the creator is gonna go do it. Oh shoot, I know what to do. Same deal with the water and the earth. The intuition comes, and then the grounded earth can grow based on that intuition. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa. The water is needed with earth, the air is needed with fire. So those four are your elements. And I wanted to get into some basics. I just wanted to get into some basics on energies. Opposites attract. Opposites will attract. And the opposites are in a space of extremes. Two extremes. So if you see on the screen, I got the 6 pairs. Those are the opposites. One extreme to another. The Aries is a fire sign. The Libra is an air sign. One extreme to the other. Taurus is a grounded earth sign. The Scorpio is a deep, deep water sign. The Gemini is a talkative air sign. The Sagittarius is a wandering fire sign. The Cancer is a all-knowing, all-comfort-needing water sign. Capricorn is a all-providing, always able, sturdy Capricorn. The Leo is a enjoyable fire sign that can create, manifest, do what they want to do. and the Aquarius, they can think it out. They can recreate, whatever it was that was in front of them. They can really, really use their deep intuition. And this is an air sign, but they also have intuition because this is Aquarius. Aquarius can use their intuition to come up with master plans, major moves to change the forefront of the future. So Aquarius and Leo are gang. Virgo is a grounded, prophetic earth sign. Pisces has the watery, murky, dreamy, servicing water. So if just a basic key, whatever energy you have, in whatever planet or house it is in, you want to look to that opposite to help it balance, to help balance it out. You want that opposite to really get to know the other, because it helps you get these things back and forth. The seesaw back and forth, it helps it really hone in, tap in, get itself locked in. So you want to make sure that you look at these opposites and you key in. You make sure you understand that an opposite is the same thing. It's just it's two sides of the meter. It's two extremes. The Aries is extreme on one side as far as being selfish and being by itself. The Libra is extreme on the other side because they want to be with others and help others. So these two signs need to balance. So if you're Aries in some planets or in some spaces, give yourself some time to use that Libra energy to balance yourself out. Give yourself some G-checking. You know what I'm saying? G-check yourself. If you're Gemini, it might talk too much. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself some time to look. Give yourself some time to check out what's going on. The Gemini might, talk too much, but the Sagittarius is going to look and visualize and philosophize. But those are very key, because you need to make sure that the opposites are balancing. The opposites have to balance, and the opposites can really, really, really give you some hindsight or foresight on what you should be doing with your sun energy. So I wanted to talk about the personal planets. Let's get my little slide up. Personal planets. We got personal planets on the screen. Check the personal planets out. You got an ascendant. You got a sun. You got a moon, Venus, and Mars. Your big three is your ascendant sign, your sun sign, your moon sign. And if you don't know what this is or what I'm talking about, you can send me a DM. I'll tell you on the side, what it is, because it's gonna get a little murky. I'll help you, find out what yours are, pretty much. But I'm about to tell you what they mean right now. The ascendant is pretty much the focus, the focus of your life. So your ascendant sign can key in on what your focus of your life might be about, or will be about. It'll be a particular house. It's in a particular house, which is the first, and it's all about self. It's all about how others see you. It's all about how you'll go out into the world and walk. How your journey matches up will be your ascendant sign. So if you have a Cancer, you're here to really get into intuition and the moon and the basics of how emotional balance works. But check your ascendant out, see what your ascendant is. Everyone has a different ascendant, and it's very key that you know what your ascendant is, because this really sets off your chart. It sets your chart into motion with this sign, with this energy. So when you meet somebody out in public, since this sets off your energy, when you first meet someone, that's the energy that you will give them. That's the vibe that you will kind of show them. And then they'll get into the other personal planets and your big three as they really get to know you. But officially and authentically, when you first meet, ascendant is the way you walk out in the world. And then you got your sun sign. Your sun sign is major. Everybody knows their sun sign. Hey, I'm a Taurus. Hey, I'm a Virgo. Hey, I'm a Scorpio. When everybody says that they're referring to their sun sign, and they're only giving you a small window peek as to what kind of energy you really have and can hone in on, because these other 5 planets and placements are personal placements, and they are key to how your development and your psyche manifest in this physical. So your sun is the divine masculine, the ego. The sun is the ego. So what does the ego do? The ego provides and protects, like the father in the household. The ego keeps you tough. The ego keeps telling you that you can do it, you got it, you can take it, you can take him, you can take that, you can fight back, or you can walk into this situation. Those are the ego. The ego feeds you courage, feeds you energy through its strong build and its very, very powerful ascension. The moon is quite opposite. That's your divine feminine. Your divine feminine gets into your intuition. The divine feminine gets into your more of a emotional standard or standpoint, because the emotional body is a little more active and able to understand what's hidden, what's under. They're able to protect themselves. They only come out when they're needed to reflect. The reflection shows other people you know what I'm saying, what they're looking at. So the moon, if you get close to it, like a mirror, if you get close to the mirror, you can see what your face looks like. So the moon or the divine feminine is all about keying in on your ability to tap into that divine feminine. That divine feminine, it wants to protect, it wants to nurture, it wants to cater to to your goal or to your hobbies or to what you like and love. It wants to be able to point out what you're not good at, show you what you're ugly at, help you beautify yourself, give yourself a little more soul, give yourself a little more soul. You know what I'm saying? The Venus is not the big three, but it's still personal planet. So the Venus is important about when you're talking about beauty, when you're talking about how you want to look beautiful. You look at your Venus sign, or what you think is beautiful. You look at your Venus sign and placement of the Venus sign in which house. That'll key you in real quick as to help you understand that what you do or doing what you love, it helps you key in on to do what you love. You figure out what you really, really deeply enjoy when you get into a Venus placement and a position. Make sure you key in, check the Venus out, because like I said, these are the placements where you might want to take your career. Your career could be doing what you love, instead of doing some shit or some stuff that you don't really like doing a lot, or you like doing it. So some days you don't do it, but other days you might have to do it. So that don't translate into purity. The Venus is gonna really, really show what you purely love, what you purely enjoy, and what you purely, into. You know what I'm saying? So you check that Venus out, and it'll give you straight keys on also how to love someone, how you love someone, or how that person wants to receive love, or that energy wants to receive love. So check your Venus out. See what your partner's Venus is. Do y'all match? The Mars is the last of the personal planets. The Mars is all about doing it, getting it done. You know what I'm saying? The physical movements, the physical expressions are these Mars placements. So whatever sign and placement of the house your Mars expresses based on how this energy reflects in your chart. So that Mars is going to walk, it's going to talk, it's going to have sex, it's going to fight. However that Mars sign is, whatever, physically doing things, it's going to have that capacity to embody it. Mars also is investigation. Mars is how do you investigate things? How do you check things out as far as your deep dive? Because Mars is also ruled by Scorpio. So how do you check behind the curtain? That Mars is going to give you indication of that. So that's the personal planets. You really want to understand how these personal planets affect, your relationships, affect you, your daily walk as you walk around your life. You know what I'm saying? Your sun, like I said, can be your ego. You don't always need your ego. Sometimes your sun steps over into the way of your moon. When your moon was trying to be intuitive and figure out things on the inner side, your sun comes out and brightens up everything for no apparent reason. The darkness is gone. You can't get what you need done. So you have to understand how to check all these energies and to keep them in place. So that's why the kill your ego is important. That's the whole idea of kill your ego. The sun comes up for 10, 12 hours a day. I don't know, maybe more, and then it goes down. It kills the ego. It gives the time to go down. Let the moon come out. The moon comes out. It's dark. Darkness. You go into darkness to reveal light, to find light. So you have to kill the ego sometimes. But you need the ego to feed yourself that confidence, to feed yourself that energy, to feed yourself that ability to keep it going. When you feed yourself that ability, that Mars carries it out. It carries those actions out. And whichever filter it decides to use, that's based on your natal chart. So you want to look at your personal 5 planets, you want to look at another personal 5 planets, and you want to see how these all match up. So look at the screen, and you'll plug in your 5 planets on the left, and you'll plug in the other potential person on the right. And then you'll make all connections. The Ascendant can connect to the Mars, the Sun can connect to the Moon, the Venus can connect to the Sun, the Mars can connect to the Ascendant. All these can connect, but just tap into all the connections and see what connects with what. And as you begin to dig into those connections, you begin to understand what can help and hurt you in this essence. So that goes back to your elements. Let's get that right there. That goes back to your elements. Your elements: air, fire, water, and earth. These things are key and very important because you have to balance all of these energies. You want to make sure these energies do what they're supposed to be doing as you walk through this earth. And you want those energies to assist and aid your relationships. And if they don't assist and aid your relationships, you should fall back and maybe be like, okay, that's it. That energy is cool, but it's not compatible with my elements. It's not compatible with my being. It's not able to dig in and help me with my dreams. So these are key with compatibility, man. You really want to pay attention to the compatibility and get into an understanding, because these opposites attract. You know what I'm saying? Opposites attract. Aries is a fire sign. Libra is an air sign. They're opposites. You know what I'm saying? So Aries needs somebody to think of a bright idea. A Leo needs somebody to think of a bright idea. A Sagittarius needs somebody to think of a bright idea. It's cool because the air signs, they got it. They got it covered. They got it covered. They know what to do. They know what to do. So I think that about wraps up my little lecture on energies. You know what I'm saying? I want anybody that missed it, tap in, rewatch it, send it to, friends, family, because these energies are real. These energies are key, and these energies will make you a pro at understanding what to do, how to do it in the light of action. And it gives you a behind-the-scenes understanding as to why certain things don't work out with a certain person, or why you naturally click with certain people, or why you naturally really, really feel a connection with certain people. Those things are real. Energy is real, and people walk around in this mundane attitude all the time, and they really don't understand or really don't want to understand how real the energy is that's around them and amongst them, and how it affects them on a personal day-to-day basis. And the day-to-day basis is what we live for. We here day-to-day. So why not pay attention to your energy and your auric field? Your energy and your auric field is the only thing you got. You know what I mean? It's the only thing you got. You got this body and this being, and you have superpowers inside of them. So when you're looking for intuitive abilities, how can you be psychic? How do you want to, figure things out from the gut and not have to think about it? You're going to go to your moon. You're going to tap into that moon energy. And that moon energy is going to be important to understand how your moon energy correlates, how it connects and taps in to the world, because the way your moon taps into the world is different for everybody. So we all are empaths. Empaths are people that are aware of the energies around them. We all are empaths, but you label yourself an empath when you know what's going on, when you start to understand that these energies are something to hone in on. You know what I'm saying? You want to make sure that you tap in, y'all. It's a new moon today. It's Saturn day. We getting it in, man. I'm out here chilling. Tomorrow I'm going on a mushroom trip. To the moon, baby. I'm going to the moon. I gotta get these downloads for this new moon. Also, while we talking about it, July 4th just passed, and July 4th is very important. And I don't know how deep you are into your understanding, but July 4th marks the conjunction of the sun and the Sirius B star system, binary star, being together in the same degree of energy. So tap in. It's going to be from here on all the way to 8/8, August the 8th. We call this dog days of summer. It gets hot. Things get a little violent around these times. But it's the dog days. The energy's building. The Kundalini is rising to 8/8, and that portal is going to shut off and shut down, and your ancestors will have to contact them next year. So tap in while we're here, man. Tap in while we're here. The Dogon Sirius tribe from the Sirius binary star planet system are here. They're descendants, direct descendants of the Anunnaki gods, the etheric beings. You know what I'm saying? So Google all this stuff that I'm saying, man. Really, really dig in. Get you some books. Get you some understanding, because this ain't for playing. This ain't makeup. Everybody's reality, is perceived a certain way, but reality is reality. And a lot of these things I'm talking is reality. It's my perception, and I'm giving it to you the way I see it and perceive it. But make sure that you do your own research, do your own thinking, do your own involvement of these energies, because these energies will run your life. And guess what? I've heard this very, very many times. Millionaires, they check the stock markets. You know what I'm saying? They check the stock markets. But billionaires, they check them astrology systems. They check them astrology charts. They check that shit out on a sidereal Vedic level. They're looking at the chart and they're basing their attacks on you based on how that goes. They're using their twisted opportunities and they're putting it into play with this very, very science that I'm teaching y'all right now. So do not undermine this science. You know what I'm saying? I hope and pray I put this into a very good key of light, you know what I'm saying, so that you can understand it clearly, and I'm going to get better and better at it. But these things will be what I'm teaching y'all. I want to get into some natal readings. Y'all tap in with me, man. $39 for a half hour reading. I'm going to be giving out readings, man. Y'all send me your birth chart. Send me your birth time, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to do a research. I'm going to give you a 30-minute video breakdown with some visuals, some slides, and all kind of stuff to help you understand your energy. So, moredreams.com. Run my DM up, man. I got our natal chart readings. We'll do the whole run. We'll do those for $79. My wife's doing paintings. She's doing pour resin painting starting at $140, and they're amazing. They're beautiful, beautiful products to put in your home. They're also energy signatures. My wife creates paintings with different colors, and the colors resonate different energies. The same thing we talking about the elements is the same thing with colors. We're gonna get into that lecture very soon, very, very soon. I'm gonna talk about the way the colors correlate into the chakra system, and they make your how do I say it? They give you a different projection of energy. They give a total different projection of energy. So you see, I got red on my screen. I wanted to tap into the root chakra today. The red is all about the root, the base. Let's get grounded on this base. This is a new moon. It's a new cycle. Tap in, y'all. Tap in, y'all, man. Anybody to watch, man, I love y'all. Love y'all for tapping in, man. Y'all still here with me. It's almost an hour. We're gonna cut off at an hour and I'm gonna get out of here. But I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all definitely be blessed. Definitely be blessed while we out here, man. It's a crazy world. But things are simple, man. We make things simple because we don't understand basics. Moore's science. We don't understand fundamental science. We don't understand supreme mathematics. We don't get the basics. So then we come out here and then we just let the world tell us what's rich, what's gold. We let them tell us what's shit. What ain't right, what ain't good. You know what I'm saying? These things, that shit ain't for us, man. We gods. Y'all goddesses and gods. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that we address people, our people, as what we are, man. I say nigga too. I love the word nigga. But in our essence, in our deepest essence, we gods and goddesses. Descendants, under that's kings and queens. Under that, we husband and wife. Under that, we get lower and lower in frequency, we niggas and hoes. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind your frame of reference, man. Frame of reference. More dreams, y'all. Moredreams.com, man. We about to get this thing going. I'm about to start sending out jewelry. We about to start doing jewelry. Shout out to my sister, Full Mode. She's doing big things on her side. She's having her awakenings. She's tapping in. She's going to be doing some jewelry with me. We're going to collab. I got t-shirts. I'm about to get these More Dream shirts coming. I got 33rd Universe shirts with the crowns on them. You know what I'm saying? All these things are mantra. These things are attractive for what it is that you need. More Dreams is a ground. This shirt is for grounding. The red right in the center is for grounding. You know what I'm saying? So you take those deep desires, those perverted desires, you get rid of those perverted desires. You get those deep, deep desires that are here to assist and, help the community. We're going to get into this tribe life real soon, man. This tribe life is how we're going to live. We're going to live in the woods somewhere. Let me see this shit back here. We're going to live in the woods back here somewhere. And we're going to have acres and acres of life. In the center, we'll have a farm and a spiritual healing synagogue. We'll have a council for people to handle their own demographic, to police their own demographic. We'll have we'll have a arts and science building. We'll have a community help center, outreach center. We'll have all these things in this village, in this tribe, in this community. But I need all y'all to understand the basics so we can all join and get this shit cracking, man. We ain't gonna keep living separate all our life. We ain't gonna keep living like this all our life, looking at our paycheck all our life like this ain't enough. Start creating opportunities, man. Create opportunities. The opportunities are here. Create them. Just create them. Think about them. Create them. Intuitively or thinking. However you do it, you got 4 of those energies. Tap into those 4 energies. Fire, air, earth, and water. You know what I'm saying? Tap in. All 4 of those energies are here to help you correlate your physical manifestation on this earth. Your physical understanding on this earth is all based on these energetic signatures. The astrology wheel is just a cycle that goes around and around and around. And it evolves every time it goes around and around. And all you are is a timestamp in that wheel. So you were born today, the timestamp's right there. And the sun is in what sign? The moon is in what sign? The Venus is in what sign? The Mars is in what sign? That makes you up. That makes you as a physical being on this avatar what you are. That's the energy that you soaked up off of this earth from this etheric and put into your body. and chose to walk around with because you're on a soul contract. I got so many topics that I'm going to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I really, really appreciate anybody who tapped in. Peace, love, and light. I'm going to get out of here. I think it's about to rain. I got to get ready for the rest of the day. But y'all enjoy yourselves. Peace, love, and light.